What's up, guys? Welcome, everyone. So I thought that was unexpected because I thought I was looping the starting soon. Whatever. Not. Didn't plan to go live this early. So I kind of got a lot of expected of the screen actually turning and seeing my face live. Right. Welcome to today's live stream. Hope you guys are doing good. So this is the RLZ Community live stream. And it's the 27th edition. So some of these are going to be live on YouTube. Some of them are going to be private for the community. And the whole idea here is to give you guys an update on what I'm doing in the markets and what setups I'm watching, and also give an update on what's going on in the RLZ trading room. So all the questions and everything that is covered in these live streams, the trading room community members obviously have the priorities. I'm going to go through all the stuff that we talked about in the community. We're going to go through the open trades, and I'm going to give you some ideas on what I'm watching today in the market. So first of all, something very important to note is that we have the CPI numbers coming out for the American inflation data tomorrow. So tomorrow, let's see, where is it? Tomorrow, core inflation rate at 14:30 tomorrow, which is 13:30 tomorrow. So around lunchtime, my time tomorrow, we have the CPI. I'm not going to be, most likely not going to be available at that time. I know that Derek Hartig from Prime XPT Academy is going to cover this event live, so definitely check out his channel as well. And when we're speaking about Prime XPT Academy, you guys should definitely go to the description of this video and sign up to Prime XPT, which is awesome because they're sponsoring these live streams and making it available for me to do these every day. So go to the description below, sign up to Prime XPT, and you get up to a 7K deposit bonus. Also, if you're a member of the RLZ Trading Community, don't forget that if you go to the exclusive, let me show you. So if you go to the exclusive offer channel, which is right here, there's going to be a link where you can fill out the link. If you don't have a account on Prime XP yet, you can fill out that link and follow the instruction, and we will add 1 week to your trading room subscription. So that's a little bonus that we've created with Prime XP to the community members. So we have a couple of open trades here. We have a trade on AUDCHF, which is only 25% of the current position is open. I do like the idea that we are getting the fact that we're getting multiple long signals on AUDCHF here again, looking really good. And the EURAUD got stopped out at entry right here, but we are actually right now seeing another short signal on EURAUD. So it's looking pretty good, it's looking pretty good, but there is a double top, and like Crypto Khalifa did mention in the trading room, we do have a double top, and also writing like ignore me while I argue with myself. And I do recognize that. I mean, we look at this and it's like, there's a short signal. And what I do in this scenario is, well, first of all, let's extend this trend line here, and you can see that touch right here is actually right on that trend line area quite nicely. We can now remove the setup here for this trade, because this trade is now, we're stopped out after hitting TP1. So we can now kind of do a new analysis on this trade. So what we have to do here is, this is the move that we're basically going to short this pullback of this move. So we have to fib this move. And as you can see here, the 50% is all the way down here. We're in the reload zone. There's something about this that I'm not liking. And if you look at the behavior of this trend, and it's important that when you watch a market like this, you don't only I mean, you have to identify market structure and understand what market structure you are in, but you also have to understand what the behavior of the trend that you're trading is. So if you use the replay function here, you'll see that it's a very clear downtrend, and the behavior of this trend is intact, right? You got clear lower highs and lower lows. The behavior is intact. But now you're getting equal highs, right? And I would say that the behavior of this trend now is looking slightly different, because as soon as I see equal highs and almost equal lows, I start thinking about a potential range, right? Or a potential reversal. Now, with the major news event coming out that we have tomorrow with the CPI data, it might be worth, being extra cautious and not entering trades today. Maybe wait till the news event is over tomorrow, or at least if you're going to be entering trades today, make sure to secure those trades by the time that we had the news event tomorrow. So for me, this will not be a trade, because when I let me take a minute to talk about this, because it's very important. The idea of only trading the absolute best setups, that is very important. When trading my system, the RLZ Slingshot system, and any other system, you have to understand that you're supposed to only trade the best and leave the rest, right? Remember that. Trade the best, leave the rest. If it's not obvious, if the setup is not obvious and it kind of sticks out and tells you that you just buy this, right? Just take this trade. If that's not the case, just move on, right? It needs to be obvious. Now, for EURAUD, this rejection right here was obvious, but now we're coming into the second retest. And I don't really like buying the second retest of a support and resistance area, because that means that it's not the rejection. If it's a double top, the rejection obviously won't happen inside the reload zone, because when it's a double top, you'll see right here, price actually goes above the 0.786, and ultimately I don't want price to go above the 0.786. If we add this fib right here, you'll see the price actually came up and hit the fifth in the 0.618 here, just very, very differently, right? Different fib placement. So why I'm saying this is, if we go over to look at my journal, and I'm going to show you some stuff here. This is my journal on Edgebonk. Now I'm actually trading many different accounts. So I'm trading my personal account on Oanda, and I'm trading another personal account on Prime XPT, and I'm currently doing in total 4 different funding challenges. So I'm trading 6 accounts at the same time, and then I'm trading a family member's account as well. So I'm trading 7 accounts, right? 7 different accounts, and I'm using a trade copier to trade whatever I can automatically. Now, the thing is, obviously, like, this is a new journal, and I started this new journal when I started doing it this way. And I'm going to tell you like how I've built this up, right? Now you see right here, account balance is 100,000 USD. Now with all the accounts combined, I'm actually trading more than 100,000 USD. Well, this is 104,000. So I'm actually trading more than that. But I'm using one journal for everything, right? So one account is 50K, one account is only like 2K, one account would be like 1K, but combined it's more than 100,000 USD. Now, the fact that I only have one journal for everything. So you can see right here, obviously the accounts that I'm trading the funded challenges, they don't offer crypto. But you'll see in this account right here, I have still crypto pairs here, because that's what I'm trading on Prime XPT, right? I've decided to, instead of having multiple journals for all the different accounts, I have one journal. I've combined all my journals into one journal. So I don't have to have different journals for different accounts. And the reason for doing this is I trade one system, and the RLZ Slingshot system. I trade one system, right? And so I have one system, right? And I follow that system religiously. And I use a trade copier. So everything that I'm doing on MT4 and MT5 on the legacy market, I use a trade copier. So every trade here every forex trade here that I take on the funding channel list gets copied over to all the other accounts, right? And then the crypto pairs I add here as well, because those are the ones I traded on Prime XPT. So this gives me, and I basically just I looked at all the different accounts and I saw that it's like uneven numbers and different, like how am I going to calculate this and put it in, like it doesn't matter, right? So what I did instead was I just opened up a 100,000 USD trade journal account using Edge One here, and I'm just going to follow it because I don't really care, and this is, you know, major improvement in my mentality in trading. I don't care about the value. Like it could be 1,000. I don't care. All I care about is these numbers right here, the actual percentage and the risk to reward, the return, right? That's all I care about, right? That's all I care about. So this could be a $1 million account, a $100,000 account, a 10,000, a 1,000, doesn't matter. All I care about is the actual percentage, right? And this percentage, this 4% right here, return, will obviously be equal to, will be the same percentage on all the accounts I'm trading, but different dollar values, right? And then at the end of the month, I go through everything, and if I'm in good profit, I go through all the accounts and I see like where can I take out some money to pay the bills, right? So let's go through this journal. Like, you know, guys, I'm completely transparent in my trading because I want to show you guys the reality of trading. And the reality of trading is, especially my trading, is I trade very little. At least that's the way I should be trading. So if you look at and by the way, the gold trade is not closed, so you can see that the gold trade is not closed, but it's almost hitting that last TP, but it's a winner. The AUDCHF trade is also not closed, but it's also a winner. So what I did here in the journal is, I've just, for the sake of this this journalist session and show you these statistics, I've actually put these in as winners, all of them, because they are winners, but they're not closed. So I just put them in as close to show you the statistics. So my overall statistics here is a win rate of 43%. Now that's actually not very good. Like I could be doing much better, and I am doing much better when I follow the system and when I'm disciplined and when I'm careful in my trading. So the overall win rate is not very good. I mean, I have 12 losers and 9 winners. Now, the important part here is the return on this account is still 4%, right? So it's still a 4R return, and my max drawdown is 2.27. Well, that might not sound a lot, but, you know, you have to kind of think about, you have to think about, and this is also part of, you know, being realistic and showing you the reality of trading. This number right here, to be able to make 4% in a month, or well, in basically not a month, but this is many months. I started in I believe I opened this account on November, so I made 2% in November, 0% in December, and then 2% now in January, in only 11 days in January. And the thing is, if you make, you can do the calculations. If you make 4% on a $1 million account, you do the calculations. It's a lot of money, right? It's a lot of money. So you don't need to like have insane percentage returns to make money in trading. And especially now, you know, when you look at the weekly here, I've only taken, or the monthly, I've only taken 4 trades this month, and it's been, you know, 1 loser, 3 winners, 75% win rate, and return is 2%. So if you look at the amount of time we put in to actually trade the system, is very little active time of actually trading. Now, if you have a, let's say you have a $1 million account. Now, might sound like a lot, guys, but if you follow, like if you get funded and you follow all the rules of the funding company, getting up to one, and actually there's funding challenges which actually give you $1 million account. I'm going to talk about that in later live streams when I have, you know, I'm looking to get affiliate deals with a couple of funding firms to give you guys some better deals with the funding firms. I'm not going to go public with that yet. I have to have everything confirmed. But let's say you have a 500,000 trading account, right? So 500,000, and let's say you make, let's just do 2% in a month, right? Let's just do 2% in a month. Very realistic, right? 2% in a month. So 0.02 Now that is going to be $10,000. $10,000. And now let's say that the funding company takes 50% of that. 5K. That's 5K in a month. Now, if you live in Sweden like I am, you pay quite a lot of tax. So I'd say on this, with everything and fees, transfer fees and tax and everything, let's say, well, the local tax for me is 33%. So let's just keep it high and do minus 35%. So when everything is done, you get in your bank account, you get $3,250 on 2%. 2%. Now imagine if you have $1 million to trade with on a funded account. And remember, some funding firms, they take 75% and some take 50%. And we're doing the calculations on the funding firm that takes the most, which is 50%. So let's do 3,250 times 2. Now this is what you can do. This is the type of money you're going to make in a month with only making 2% gains if the funding company takes 50%. Now, I know a couple of funding firms out there which will have a pretty good scaling plan where you can get up to $4 million to trade with, and they take 50%. There's also other companies which will give you 1 million and they take 25%. So let's do that, right? Let's do 1 million. Let's say you have 1 million USD to trade with, and let's say you have a really good month. Let's say you make 6% profit, right? So let's do that. 6% minus 25%, because you keep 75% of the profit, minus my tax, which is, let's do a high number again, 35%. Yeah, so you'll make $29K. $29,000 a month on it, making 6% a month. This is a lot of money. This is a lot of money to only make 6%. Now, let's cut that in half. How much are you going to make if you only make 3%? It's still pretty good money. How much are you going to make if you only make 1.5%? Still pretty goddamn good amount of money to make in a monthly, and you're only making like less than 2% profit on that account in a month. Now, why am I telling you guys this? Well, because you have to realize that when you go on social media, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, and you see these numbers like crazy gains, like insane gains, like insanely high win rate, you have to understand that nobody does that amount of like, if they're able to make 20-30% a month and they have like 80% win rate, why are they not funded? Why are they not trading millions and millions of dollars and buying multiple Lamborghinis? Why are they not doing that? Well, because it's not possible long term. It's not possible to have those gains long term. Remember, a good return on the institutional traders on Wall Street, the best of the best, a good return per year is 20%. So if you see some random influencer on Twitter saying that I can make easily 20% a month, ask them, like, all right, show me when you get funded. Show me how you get funded. You should be able to get funded in half a month with that type of statistics, and you get funded with millions of dollars. So remember that, guys. Can't you avoid those taxes? I believe that's a discussion for perhaps another time. Maybe not public on YouTube. I do not recommend trying to evade taxes. I pretty sure that's illegal in most countries. However, imagine if you have a company, right? So, because when you stop making like a couple, like 1 year I paid so much taxes is incredible, because when you go above a certain threshold in Sweden, you stop paying local county tax, and you go to pay like state tax, and that's closer to 50%. So you actually have to go from 35% to 50% of what you make, and that is if you make, I believe, more than like over 50 or 60K a year, which is not that huge amount of money. So certain years I've paid a lot of tax, and what you can do is, like, imagine you have a company, right? So imagine you imagine you get set up a company and you're able to get like tax residency in Dubai, right? So you have to spend you probably had to spend a couple of months a year in Dubai, and you have to spend less than 6 months in your home country. So if you're able, like say, I know I know where you live, right? And I think it's the same thing there. So if you're able to stay out of your home country longer than 6 months a year, so you just travel around for 6 months, right? And you can prove that you're not in your home country for more than 6 months, and you have a company and a residence in Dubai, you're able to get away with, I believe, zero tax doing it that way. So you'll be able to, like, get the money from the trading capital into your Dubai company, not pay a single amount of tax. Maybe you'll have to pay some tax if you withdraw from that company. I'm not really sure that works, but yeah, you're definitely able to get away with, when you start making a lot of money from these funding channels. It's actually, you should definitely look into starting a company in a country where there's relaxed tax rules, and of course it's legal. Right? You got to do it, it's legal. So we're not talking about like tax evasion. We're just basically talking about advanced tax planning. I do not recommend you should try to avoid paying taxes, because they will come after you hard. I pay all my taxes. I pay a lot of taxes. I pay way too much. Right, so this is it, right? So my overall win rate here is 43% on this account. My monthly win rate is 75%, and my weekly now is 100% win rate. And that this is what it looks like. This is the equity graph right here. You can see here that I have on this account from November, I have 24 trades, 9 winners, 12 losers, a 43% win rate, and my profit factor is 1.54. My total performance is 4% in return. Now you can see here that obviously we began at 0. I want to do gains, loss. I'm going to look at percentage. Always, like, whenever you can, never look at your gains and losses in dollar value. Always look at the percentage, right? So we begin at 0. We have I believe we have 1 trade. So our first trade is a winner. We go up to a 2R profit, and then we have 1 and 2 losers, this is a bigger loser than normal. I think I made a mistake here, so I risked too much, but I gave back all the profits and then lost it again. But you can see here on the equity curve right here, there's a lot of ups and downs, but the trajectory or the trend is clearly an uptrend. So you can, like, not that I'm going to start doing TA on this, but it's tempting. But basically what you're seeing is higher highs and higher lows. And as long as you keep this slow and steady pace and slow and steady growth, you're going to be making a lot of money, right? And of course, we also have something when it comes to, like, the idea of compounding returns. Now, of course, compounding returns is not going to be the same when you're funded, because if you have a $100,000 account and you're funded and you make 10K on that account, you're obviously going to withdraw that 10K and you're back to 100. So you're not going to be able to compound in the same speed. But with funding challenges, and some really good ones out there, they will double your trading account whenever you make 10%, right? So whenever you make 10%, they will double your trading capital. And what you can do also is you can take the profits from one trading account and buy another challenge and then combine the 2 trading accounts. So that way you can compound. And the idea of compounding that way is just obviously way quicker, because you're going to be doubling your account quite quickly. Now, when it comes to trading your own account, let's say you're withdrawing 50% of the profits and you're leaving 50% on the actual account. If you have a big enough account to do that, the compounding effect is just a beautiful thing, right? Let's imagine you make on average 5% a month, which is quite a lot. You're not going to be making 5% a month. You're probably going to be close to 1 or 2% on average a month if you're starting out. But let's say you make on average 5% a month. Now, at the end of the year, the compounded returns of that 5% is going to be 80%. And I believe if you take out 50% profit, it's going to be closer to 30 or 40%. Now, that is a pretty steady growth. Now, remember, if you, first of all, if you outperform the S&P 500, you're actually outperforming the market, right? So the S&P 500 has been a benchmark for market performance. If you can make more percent a year than what the S&P 500 will offer you, if you used to invest in that, you're actually beating the market. You beat the market, right? Now, if you make more than 20% a year, you're making more money than the big guys on Wall Street. So my goal is to make between 20 and 50% profit in a year. If I'm able to do that, I know that I'm outperforming the best of the best, right? So yeah, that's that. We can also look at like monthly reports right here. I have some interesting statistics and maybe show you here. So in November, we made 3%. In December, we made minus 1%. And then in January, we made 2%. Now, look at how I don't trade very often, right? I mean, never more than 5 trades a week, right? Most of the weeks I have 1, 2, or 3 trades a week. Now, it's super important, guys, that you trade, you take few trades. That is super important. Take few trades. It's one of the main reason when I became profitable. One of the biggest reasons for me to kind of going from being a break-even traders for years and then going into the realm of consistently profitable was when I started trading less, right? And basically only following the signals of the RLZ Slingshot Indicator, which is just, guys, I know I keep saying this almost every live stream, but you gotta understand, like, to have an indicator just give you all you need. The freedom is just amazing. You can basically do whatever you want, and just let you know that every 4 hours you're gonna get an alert. So as long as you are available, like imagine a life where, you're, let's say you're single, you're in your 20s, you're traveling the world with a laptop. You're a funded trader. You're traveling the world with a laptop. You have a indicator like this one. It gives you alert every 4th hour. You know that as long as you are available every 4th hour with your laptop, you can do whatever you want. You can basically do whatever you want. Travel to whatever country, like whatever you want. Right? The freedom of trading is amazing, and I want you guys to experience this. I want you guys all to experience this, and I think it's possible. It's very much possible. And that's the whole idea with the RLZ Trading Room, to give you the tools necessary to really get to experience that. And even if you have a full-time job, like even if you have a full-time job, you can look at the, like for me, for example, I have the first alerts come in 7 a.m. in the morning, and then at 7 p.m. In the evening, and 11, I believe 10 or 11 p.m. in the evening. So you can definitely just trade based on those signals. So if you start your job at 8, maybe wait for the signals at 7 in the morning. If there's a good signal, take the trade. If not, you go to work, you come home, you look at the signals in the evening. If there's a good trade, you take the trade. Remember, you only need one good trade a month. One good trade a month to make a living as a trader. All right, so enough of that. So I want to give you some motivation, right, to really show you what's possible here and how relatively easy it is when you have a structured way of approaching trading. So I want to give you some motivation, to do it, because you're gonna have a lot of reasons not to trade. You're gonna have a lot of reasons in your mind is just gonna tell you to quit a lot of times. Remember this. Remember that I went from being, if you ever feel like you want to give up, remember that I started trading in 2017. I had nothing, right? I had nothing. I lost my apartment. I basically, so I got arrested, sent to jail in, I believe, 2015. So I lost my apartment. I had to live, kind of traveling around trying to get some place to live with friends, and then I had to move in with my dad, and I was just a complete loser. He's an addict, basically homeless, had no money, had trial waiting for me, and I went from basically having nothing, $0 to my account, to my name, and I got lucky and found trading and got completely obsessed with trading. So whenever you feel like giving up, remember that I've been trading for 6 years, and maybe the first 3 years I probably thought about giving up at least once every day. Like, it's crazy, probably once every day I'm like, oh, fuck this, but I didn't, right? I stayed resilient, and I remember that, this is, I made it my plan. I didn't have any plan B, right? I didn't have any education. I didn't really go to school. I didn't know what to do. Like, all I did was all I knew was selling drugs, right? So I had no prior experience of anything, right? All I knew was I want to be a trader, right? I'm never going to go back to the life I had before. I want to be a trader. I got completely obsessed with, this is what I want to do, and I became really good at it, right? This is really, this is what I do. This is what I can. This is all I know what to do, and I kind of made it my life mission to become a trader. And I didn't have any plan B. Like, my plan B was basically is death, right? So that was it, right? So I put all my focus and all my energy on becoming a trader. And I think that's what you have to do. You have to tell yourself that there is no plan B, right? There is no plan B. Like, you start trading, you decide that you're going to create a system. You're going to be, because it's possible. Everyone can become a profitable trader. You just have to tell yourself that whatever happens, you don't give up, because it's the traders that give up. They probably give up right before they become profitable, right? Which is sad. Which is basically sad. So what I did was, I remember my girlfriend told me that, I talked to her. My girlfriend at the time, my fiance, she told me, I told her that, I'm not making any money, I'm not making any progress. This is really frustrating. And she's like, well, maybe trading's not for you, right? And I thought about that, right? And I thought about it, and I said, maybe trading is not for me. So I told her that, all right, I'm gonna take 100 trades. Because I came to the point where I just kept making these mistakes over and over and over again, these mistakes based on mental errors, right? So I told her that, all right, this is the point. This is the point where I have to make a decision. I'm now at the point where I have to stop making these mistakes. So I told her, I'm gonna take 100 trades, and if I'm not profitable from these 100 trades, I'm never gonna touch trading again. I'm never gonna be. I'm never gonna look at price charts again. I'm just gonna stop investing. I'm gonna go get a real job, right? So I did. I took 100 trades, and I was very profitable. So I'm like, all right, that's it. And that, from that point on, I've been consistently profitable. So it's kind of like you have to come to the point of no return, like the point of extreme frustration, when you're sitting at your desk and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? You're adding trades to your journal, and you're just making the same mistakes over and over again. You make notes in your journal like, do not enter this way on the next trade, and you do the exact thing on the next trade, and the next trade, and the next trade, and the next trade, and you're just losing money, and you it gets so frustrating. You just keep making the same mistakes again. At that point, you have to either quit, or you have to decide that it's now time to just man up and do the right thing. And that's what I did, and I believe that's where most people give up. And that's right. That's like just a couple of weeks before become consistently profitable. So I think, like, when you get to that point, you got to keep pushing, got to keep moving, and just take a decision, right? And that's when you will become profitable. It's all about mentality, really. It has very little to do with technical analysis. All right, enough of no more rants. Let's actually look at the market. So tomorrow we have the CPI data, and I do highly recommend that you guys probably do not trade today. Probably wait till the CPI data is out tomorrow. And for me, I think, for me, the best thing to do here is just, I think, to kind of take a step back. I'm not going to be available much on Thursday, and I don't really like trading on Friday, even though the trades we have open now did get open on Friday, so maybe. But I'm going to take it a little bit easy. I also had a text from daycare saying that there's like a stomach bug going around and like four kids is puking all day at daycare today. I'm like, God damn it. So I probably have to install replace my share with a toilet here for the next few days. It's gonna be not fun. So you gotta, maybe take it a little bit easy next couple of days. Anyway, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has now moved from the range EQ area. It has kind of started its way up to the range high area. Yesterday, I said the next possible trade is a break and retest of the 17.4K region, and that 17.4K region is right here. So we had that break and retest right here, and if we can break above these local highs, we're probably going to move higher and start trading up towards 18K, is what I believe right here. But I'm not going to be taking a trade on Bitcoin because there's, with the news event coming up, I think it's just too risky. We got on the altcoins that we watched, we've looked at, I think it was EGLD, right? So this is a pretty good one. We had another long signal right here. I think this is actually, if you're looking to enter an altcoin, I think EGLD is ready to, actually might be ready to enter. I do really like EGLD here. And this indicator just caught this trend very, very nicely. But we have a long signal here, and then another long signal on the retest of the 50. So this one actually looks pretty good to enter, like right now, if you want to go long on an altcoin. I'm gonna take it easy though. I'm not gonna enter this one because I don't know. I don't know. This feels wrong for some reason. I don't know why. Other than that, I think EGLD is the one that is giving me the best entry triggers at this point. Yeah, other than that, I don't think there's a lot to cover in terms of altcoins. Actually, let's go through some alerts right here. So TP3 hitting on gold, got that signal on EGL. We got a long signal on XRP versus Bitcoin, but this is just not very interesting. Litecoin, Bitcoin. Well, this actually looks really good though. We get a long signal on Litecoin versus Bitcoin. But it's a bit too high though, but we're gonna keep that on the list because this does look pretty interesting. Short signal on GBP AUD at this. So we got a short signal on GBP AUD at the same time as having a short signal on EURAUD. I like this one. But we've already looked at this one and decided not to take the trade. All right, so we got GBP AUD. Is this a trade? Trade here might be a retest of the weekly open, but yeah, this is equal lows and equal highs. Could easily be a range at high time frame support. So that will not be a short. We got a short on GBP NCD as a bad signal. AUD NCD, interesting. I do like this one. It's interesting, but and look at like could be a massive reversal here on AUD NCD. Now, I do like this one. It kind of follows the plan somewhat nicely. If we add a fib from that low to this high, it's a little bit too high. The risk to reward on this one is going to be too bad. Yeah, this is the one we're already in. So we're going to be, I think, at this point, I think the most... Ooh, that's good as well. But I think the most interesting setup here is AUDCHF. So what we have to do is we have to look at a new trade here. See how we should do this. So we have to kind of add new fib levels. I think we have to... We're going to add one right here. Actually, we can remove that fib. And we're just going to change the color of this. So we can kind of differentiate between the two setups. Like that. And then we'll add new fibs from that low to this high. And yeah, that, man, looks like we actually missed a good entry here. So the entry would actually be right here. Now the question is, we will retest that level again, because obviously this is a trade. We kind of have to take this trade. So let's go through and let's look at the news events again. See if we have anything that's stopping us to take this trade. Do we have anything for AUD or CHF today? We do not. Tomorrow, balance of trade. I think we should be safe, and then hopefully be able to secure it before the CPI. So I do think it kind of makes sense to enter a trade here on AUDCHF. Now we want to make sure that we want to get in on a, like, the bounce already happened here on the 50, and that would have been the best entry. So there's definitely a possibility that this trade is already gone. Very real possibility. Right, NCD-CHF. Let's take a look at NCD-CHF as well. So what if we would have entered on the retest of the 50? What would have been the risk to reward? Oh, this would have been pretty good, man. Pretty good. Let's see, how are we going to play this? Because we're definitely going to take a trade on this. Definitely going to take a trade on this. Can we... All right, so what's the average R if we enter at market? 1.6. That's pretty bad. We have to wait for a retrace. Could that retrace be the 2.5? Let's see. Let's look at the 1 hour. So basically, what we want to see here is we want to try to catch a retrace of this trend. Now that's a pretty good level right here. So you might want to put entry orders right here. That's a good possibility of getting filled. What if we have... What if we put stop loss here, a little bit tighter perhaps? That would be a decent trade, but I think I want to have it down here, 2.19. 2.19. I like 2.19. Let's go with that one. Right, so that's the trade on AUDCHF. I'm going to be entering orders on that one. Will I? Let's look at the 15 minute. Well, you know, on the 15 minute... All right, so we're going to take a risk here. We're basically going to take a risk of not getting filled on this one. Will we? Yeah, I don't know. No, I think that's a good level. We have to kind of go with that one because the bounce has already happened. Right, let's look at NCD-CHF. So I'm going to move, get that one right here. NCD-CHF. So you entered at the 50% fib. entered at the 50% fib. Guys, remember to hit the like button. It helps me a lot. So yeah, you know, I think just based on the fact that the weekly open is just based on the simple fact that the price is below the weekly open. You know, we've already discussed this, and I think that's the main reason why I might not be liking NZD-CHF. But yeah, I mean, if you did enter on the 50, it's a good trade, right? I don't know where you have the stop loss, but you could definitely have it all like here, right? It could be quite quite a wide. Look at this, like all the fib levels align very nicely with the past price action as well. So this is not a bad trade. This is not a bad trade. And what I would do, like what I would do if I'm in this position right here and I'm trading this, I would wait for like a break and retest of the weekly open. As soon as you get the break and retest of the weekly open, you move stops below the 0.618. So what this does is it limits your risk by cutting the risk in half and still kind of playing it safe, because now you have reclaimed the weekly open and now there's some strength and you limit the risk. Because if you reclaim the weekly open like this and then move lower, it's obvious, like trade is obviously invalidated, so you might want to get out a little bit earlier. But it's not a bad trade. It's just not a perfect trade. AUDCHF on the other hand, I think that is more of a looks more of a perfect trade. So that's why I'm choosing AUDCHF instead of NZD-CHF. We can also look at the currency strength meter, which I like looking at, and you can see right here that AUD is very strong, while NZD is AUD is strong, CHF is rather weak, NZD is kind of like in the middle. But yeah, I like the fact that it looks pretty good as well. I'm not really using this much in my analysis. It's like looking at it to get some extra confirmation of what I want to enter. So you can go to currencystrengthmeter.com. It's a pretty interesting one. So yeah, we're going to be entering orders for this one right here. So let's actually do that live. So we can enter orders first using this one right here. So I can show you how that works using MT4 with one of the funding challenges right here. So this entering orders here will be copied over to all my other accounts. So let's first, it's going to be entry area right here, right? And then we're going to have stop loss down here, and then we have. You know what? I'm just going to remove everything from the last trade. I'm just going to keep that one TP area on. You see, it needs to be. I don't like when there's lines all over the place. But that's going to be the trade, right? And the TP1 is going to be here, and then we have TP2, which is going to be up here. And TP3 and TP4. So that's the trade. Average R 2.14. That's good. I do think we're gonna get filled on this one. So you can also see that there's a level right here. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Now, what number do we have? 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Look at the 1 hour, 15 minutes. That level. Let's put it a little bit higher. I like 42. Again, average R on this trade is now going to be 2.11. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go with this one. So this is the second position we're opening on AUDCHF. So let's first go to entry price. Entry pending entry price is going to be, oh, this is the wrong chart. Which one do we have? It's AUDCHF. So what I do is I first open the position on MT4. I then open positions on Prime XBT. If it's like market, if I feel like I need to get in quickly, I'll do Prime XBT first. So long pending AUDCHF. That's the entry. Stop loss. And then take profit 1. I think we can do it like this. It's going to be easier to... So that's the stop loss level. Then we have TP1, which on this account is going to be 0.13. Because I do, on this account, I do 0.5% per trade, and then this gets copied over to other accounts, which doubles the risk. So 0.5% on this account will be 1% on other accounts, depending on what the max drawdown and what the rules of the actual, let's put that a little bit lower, the rules of the actual challenge is. Take profit, so that's 0.13. We're going to be opening a position on that one. Is it open? No, script, trade. How do I actually open a position on this one? Man, I removed... I thought there were a... should be a button here, which I can press. So I don't have to do the... Man, MT4, like this platform is kind of sucks. Terminals. Terminal? No. View terminal. I should view the navigator. Yes, the navigator is the one I should choose right here. So that's 13. You can see right here, I got a buy limit order right here. So that one is open. We're then going to go and we're going to add another one. And we just switch to take profit. And then it goes right here. Another one open, and then the fourth position is open. Now, the beauty of using a trade copier is you can go right here and you can see I have a challenge done on the 55 percenters, the 5%ers, right? So I open that, that's MT5. So if I open that one, you'll see that now I have the same orders on this one with the same take profit and stop loss and everything. And if I modify the orders, they're going to modify everything. And then I have another funding challenges on here on the City Traders Imperium, CTI, which you see right here. It's the same orders in here as well. It's pretty cool. It's a really cool tool to use, especially when you're doing multiple funding challenges and if you're funded with different funding accounts on different firms. You just trade one account and it gets copied over to everything else. It's very simple, right? You can create a shortcut to execute trades, for example, Alt-E or whatever. That's interesting. I should definitely look into that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. All right. That's it for the orders. And now let's do... I'm going to post a trade idea on that as well in the community. So let's see, got that one right here. So let's go up to this one. You can edit that one. I'm going to copy everything. First of all, we're going to put that in here. Obviously, I'm not going to do this publicly all the time, right? So that's the one. Right, we got AUDCHF long. We got entry. It's going to be a limit buy. And then stop loss. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Stop loss. So we got TP1. TP2. Then we'll write a short explanation of this as well. Right, so risk is 1%, 1R, AUDCHF long, and we'll do something like this. So this This is the second position we are opening on AUDCHF while having 25% of the last position still open. This long ID has actually already been confirmed. Oh man, it looks like it's getting away from us here. The long ID has actually been confirmed, and the 50% fib has already been retested. There is a high chance that this trade is gone and we're not going to get filled. That's not a problem, because we will have many more trades like this one coming up. So basically the message here is place orders. Now place orders for this trade and forget about it, right? Place entry orders and forget about it. And if TP1 gets hit before entry gets hit, trade is invalidated, you remove all orders. That's the wrong one though. Have to edit the alert on this one. Notifications, no webhook. Right, once per bar. Right, so but putting an alert here on entry. So as you can see right here, price is actually reclaiming now the weekly open. So it kind of looks like it's breaking out, and it might retest the weekly open here and continue. But our entry is right down here. Now I think it's highly likely that this will continue running and leave us behind. And this is not a problem. You know, that's not a problem. That's just the way trading works, right? Well, one thing we have going for us is like this resistance area right here, like low time frame resistance area might get rejected here and then move and hit our orders. But basically what I'm saying is like enter orders, leave those orders in, use alerts to guide you on what's happening, right? So if TP1 gets hit before entry gets hit, you exit, you remove all orders, and you don't care what happens, right? It's like whatever this trade does, whatever price action does on this individual trade has no, it doesn't matter on the bigger picture. It matters very, very little. It doesn't matter. Like you shouldn't be caring about individual trades. Gold running nicely. Do we have anything else here setting up? I have to end the live stream very shortly because I have a meeting coming up. We're going to be discussing the new website and the structure of all the courses that is going to be on the website. Look at that. That's a good looking long signal on AUDCHF as well. We talked about taking a trade on this one yesterday, but I remember saying like I don't want to trade it. There's something about it this I'm not liking. Obviously what's wrong about that one. This looked really good. So yeah, I mean, it's beautiful seeing how the indicator actually is working right here. You know what, I might be doing a giveaway on to give away a couple of days of access to the indicator, because it is available, and it's available for all the program students right here. It will be available on the website as well, but the website is not up officially yet. But when it is up officially, we will have you know, you're going to be able to get access to the indicator there as well. And if you sign up to the newsletter, which you should be doing, you go to the, I'm not sure so the newsletter is RLZ trading.substack.com. So we're on Substack now. We're moved from revenue winner because they're going to close it down. So definitely sign up to the newsletter. And when you have done that, we're probably going to do some giveaways on the indicator and stuff. Right, guys, I'm done with the webinar today. Right now we have orders in for AUDCHF. I'm kind of looking forward to that one. It's a pretty good trade. What I like about AUDCHF here as well is you can kind of have it broken and retested that major trend line area as well. And in my opinion, it kind of looks like a major reversal waiting to happen here. So if we're lucky, we might have some really nice trades going here or for the whole of January on AUDCHF, if this trend is going to continue higher, we're just going to be trying to get in on the pullbacks to the moving averages, right? All right, thanks for joining, everyone, and I will see you guys tomorrow around same time. All right, take care.